Hi, it's G from Native Speakers Academy again. And as the light dies, it's time to trip back home. The other night I was coming out of the office, turn right, go down the road, and there's a little cafe on the corner. And outside the cafe there were these two guys smoking cigarettes and chatting away to each other. Because you can't smoke inside now, you've got to smoke outside. So interesting that apparently more people choose to drink now that you can't smoke inside the cafes and bars. But I think it's in general a good thing that you can't smoke inside. Although I think people should have the choice. I don't think it should be a universal rule or a universal law. I think some cafes should be able to make that decision for themselves. Some bars should, well, they'll attract the kind of people that they want to attract. Anyway, these two guys smoking cigarettes, chatting away, and their eyes are just staring in amazement into the distance. And if you live in Slovakia, you know that Slovakia has more than its fair share of beautiful girls. Beauty, of course, has its price. On both sides, you know, the price to buy and the price to pay. So there can only be one thing that they were looking at. And sure enough, this girl was walking down the street. Beautiful looking girl. On a scale from 1 to 10, easily 11. And we do fall for, I'm trying not to use the LOVE word, we do fall for aesthetics, don't we? We do like the tidy and organized nature of things, the symmetry of the world, and the uniqueness at the same time. No two trees. Yet, in our assessment of beauty, we tend to want the left side of somebody's face to be the same as the right side, the left leg to be the same length as the right leg. And so these aesthetic things we are drawn to. Even as children, I spent 6 months working part-time in a nursery, European English kindergarten, school for children aged 3 to 5. Now, why anybody would want to send their children there regularly, I'm not exactly sure. If you're working, I get there's no other choice. And to mix with other kids. You have to socialize. Yeah, well, that's kind of forced association, and forced association is not really a skill of discernment or anything that you want to teach your child is good. Anyway, it was a new experience for me, and I was young and keen, eager, and over-enthusiastic, as I still am sometimes. And one of the things that sticks in my head, apart from the fact that the first week I was there, the children would scream and run away from me when they saw me, which was slightly disturbing and disconcerting. Anyway, the kids were very much attracted to anything that was neat, organized, and tidy. if there was a mess somewhere, they didn't really care much for it. Maybe it's because they couldn't turn the mess into a bigger mess. No, I'm not sure. But from a young age, we seem to have this desire for beauty in our lives. And beauty very often means a lot of elements of symmetry, geometry. It has a certain mathematical slant or bend to it. Anyway, there's this girl was walking down the road. I'm not going to get to the point, am I? And scale of 1 to 10, 11 for sure. And she was walking down the road about 10, 15 meters in front of me. And I swear that every single head that she walked past turned. Some of them even stopped. Some of the people even stopped to look at just how beautiful this girl was. Every head turned. I followed her for about 150 meters because we were going in the same direction. Then she stopped at a bus stop, and all of the people at the bus stop stopped and turned around. And even the women with dagger stares. They were all drawn to this beauty. I wonder if the girl knew how beautiful she was, and the kind of curse sometimes that is put on people, the curse of beauty. Beauty is pretty much a self-destructive weapon in our world. Because the more we focus on people's beauty, and more a person focuses on their own beauty, the more time they spend on it, the less time they can spend on other things. The less time they can spend on personal development. There's nothing wrong with being beautiful, but if you spend more time trying to be beautiful than actually developing your mind, any other kinds of mental resources that you should be working on, then it's a loss in the long term. It's a loss. Come on, guys, overtake. Come on. Come on, keep going. Keep going. That's it. I'm not in a rush, so you go do your own thing. There we go. Right. So, I was distracted. Yeah, the more time you spend on getting your hair right, getting your clothes right, presenting that image of yourself rather than yourself, that modern moda, that you fashion yourself. I've talked about the meaning of the word fashion before. The more you focus on that, the less you're going to develop in an intellectual sense. And if you're a girl and you make yourself look more beautiful, what are you going to attract? You're going to attract someone who's interested in your physical attractiveness. What does it the Italians say? Love enters and leaves through the eyes. See, I used the L word. There we go. And it's such a shame because there are so many girls that I know that have so much more to offer the world, and yet they think that they're going to increase their value in life by spending more time focusing on their looks whole industry set up, magazines, shops selling God knows what that people can put on themselves, and they don't even really know what it is they're putting on themselves. You know, I was at the swimming pool the other. I'm not going to get to the point, am I? I was at the swimming pool the other day, and I was swimming through the water, and I could sense the perfumes that the women were wearing that were coming off in the water as they were swimming by. I said, why do you feel the need to put that stuff on? I mean, I stopped wearing deodorants about 10 years ago, and hell, I don't smell bad. I probably smell better now because I don't wear the stuff, the chemicals. You've got your own natural smell anyway. Why don't you let that get into the air and draw someone towards you? You know, it's love who you are and what you've got and enjoy it. So beauty, the double-edged sword of history, the aesthetic nature that we love to love, use the L word again, that we are drawn to. I like to think that I admire beauty now, that there's a higher level. There's that instinctive attractiveness, but there's this higher level of admiration for the beautiful things in life. Beauty doesn't have to be physical. It can be deep and innate beauty in your heart. It can be the beauty of kindness, the generosity of random kindness, helping someone you don't know, holding a door open for somebody, picking up something for someone when they've dropped it. Like I was in the supermarket the other day and the woman in front of me dropped a coin and picked it up for her. It was a nice feeling to be able to help somebody. Not because I wanted something back from this person or wanted them to do something for me. It was just a nice feeling to be involved in a beautiful act. So in what you do in your daily life, try to appreciate beauty. Try to admire beauty. And try to act beautifully to make yourself a real and true example for those around about you. Because there is no real substitute for the beauty of human kindness in life, and for the sharing of beautiful moments with people that you're really close to. Don't envy it. Don't be jealous of it. Don't let it eat you or feed on you. Don't become addicted to it. Just try to see it for what it is. And try to get beyond the surface value of beauty. Try to get into a deeper experience, a more profound meaning. I hope that makes some kind of sense for you. I guess, as they say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and we all, when we look at things, see those things slightly differently. We see the shapes, the forms, the colors. What we view is patterned and shaped by our own histories. So enjoy that unique perspective of life. And as usual.